But we go right into chapter 3. Which means it's time to roll party. A little bit of this. 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 Oh, whoops. All right. Move this real quick. There we go. All right. Chapter 3. We are going to be starting on the emerald side. Odd number. That's how you can remember. We got 4 guys on each side. Kind of how it has to be. They're always going to be the same size. And we got some level caps up there. They're kind of soft level caps. I'm not going to be too strict with them, but because especially in Emerald, I don't know if you know this. Once you get to the middle of Emerald, level caps are fake. They are very not fun in Emerald. You go from like Norman 33 to like Winona 34. Like that's not fun. So that'll be a little loose, a little loosey-goosey. But you know, they're there for us. Delay of evolution. You can Trimeco use the mover learner? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, let's see what happens, I guess. I'm thinking we get Sponsa to Trimeco pretty soon anyway. So I don't think we need to worry about that. But I honestly, I'm going to say that no. Whatever nature, I forget what nature Sponsa is. Quirky? I'm going to say Quirky can't use the move relearner. I do think we can delay evolutions if it's that kind of case, but this is a weird case where we want to get it sooner. So that's just an unfortunate side effect. Anyway, who are we gonna get for Chapter 3? Let's find out. All right. Well, that's huge. Nav. We're going to hide. So that is going to be Hotarumphy and Creamable. Where are we here? Should be that. And that should be that. Stop saying her name like that. Hotarumphy. I'm being difficult. Hotarumphy and Creamable. Creamabelle. How am I supposed to say it? Oh, who's that stud? Zebra? Whoa! Well, that right there is going to be our darling Panay. And the ever stoic Teller. Okay, cool. Somebody new. Bringing Wingolm back. And... Whoa. Whoa. Whoever Wingolm's buddy is next week. Do we like the question mark better, or do we like... Hold on. Question mark is good on the wheel, but I like this better for like on the board here. Do you agree? How do we invoke the Golem? There are commands that can invoke him. But usually he just talks when he least wants to be heard. Alright, we got 3 left. We got Nitram, Will, Idiotness, and I do have Snack on here, even though we are not going to get a partner for Gdansk this chapter. But if we roll Snacks, guys, what we'll do is we'll roll someone else for Emerald. I think that's how we'll allow, because as this goes on, it looks like Emerald's going to be ahead for a while. And I don't want people who linked something like way down the line to not be able to play. So I think that's what we'll do for those scenarios. We'll feel it out though. Maybe it won't even have to be done. Let's see what we got. I would personally like to see Will's guys, just because we haven't seen Kadoyami in a while. Or Gdansk for a debut. However, I love these other two, so it's like... I'm happy no matter who we get. I just hope everyone has fun. Oh, huge, okay. Well, that means... let's do that. That means we're gonna do... where am I here? This. And we're gonna roll for black 2 here, just to see who we get. So this one's not truly like a link, which kind of breaks the rules a little, but otherwise I would have to pick, and that's even worse. Alright, Magnazaki. Huge. So now that this was our first real roll, because last week's was kind of a sham. Chapter 2 was kind of a sham. We didn't have guys. Now that we've done a real one, what do we think of a weight system? And if so, how would you like to implement that? Because I've thought about this, but I'm curious what other people think. Yeah, a weight system for the rolls. With Sonic Heroes? Well, I don't know about that. Oh, if they go twice, they're taken off? Actually, no, yeah. Yeah, I think that could work. Do we like that? That way I don't have to do any kind of waiting. I just take you off if you've gone twice in a row. So for example, next chapter, Panay and Hotorumfi would not be allowed. Yeah, I guess that's true. But they could come at the end. That's not a grump. You can't just... I don't want anybody sweeping the game, you know? I want everybody to get their guys to go. Otherwise, what's the point? You'll be back on the next one. Hotorumfi and Panay and Teller and Creamable are going to be taking a little break. Most likely. say most likely. That is going to complicate it for Paprika. We'll put it back on the board. I don't know. I'll think about that. I'll sleep on it. I'll sleep on it. We'll figure it out. It's easier with Emerald because the ballot's kind of stuffed at the moment. Paprika's a bit of a limiting element to this. But it's fine. Doing it on purpose now? I've been calling her creamable since the beginning. Hot. Give me a pitch. Give me the pitch. How's it supposed to be said? I'll let you know if I approve. And also this. You are bugging me. Yeah. Cream a ball. It's not that much different. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I didn't see it the first couple times. There's a lot of moving parts. If I missed something in chat, I apologize. Anyway, these are our guys. Going into chapter 3. Isn't that exciting? I love the contest song. What is that? Get that off my screen. Okay. I'm also excited to eventually get back to Paprika. But not quite yet, because we are here in chapter 3. Hop on the boat, Paprika. Come on. Hop on the boat. Hop on the boat, Pesto. Okay, yes. But you all go out to sea any time. Now, my friend, where are we bound? Let's head to Slate Port. Anchors away, Pico. We're setting sail, my darling. Each chapter's a day. Oh, that's fun. Da, 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 da. Ahoy! We made land in Slateport. I suppose we're going to visit Captain Stern and deliver the Devon goods? You would be correct, sir. All right, real quick, let's intro the chapter first of all. Get rid of that. Go to here. Go to here. No, not here. Doing chapter 3, which is going to be from... It's basically just going to be the Slateport section of the game. I think the title card will tell you what we're playing up to. I think this will give you a pretty good idea. I hope it's not too loud. No, I don't think it will be. I think we fixed it. I know I added it. Well, just be prepared. That's all. Big happenings. We are playing up to, I think, one of the most... I didn't even change my guys. One of the most iconic rival fights in the series. IMO. That's going to be our chapter boss for this one. Yeah, Pixel and Rinslet have been abstaining, but it's funny that you mentioned that. Because in chapter 3, there is something we have to do. Let's bring you on board. We lost Sponsa and Beeve, right? Going with fate. We have a gotcha to play. However, there is something I want to do first. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway, because Sponsa's not in the party. Nah, let's just go then. My plan was going to be go to Slateport, get the Soothe Bell, put it on Sponsa, and walk all the way back to Rustboro and get that extra happiness, but oh well. Let's go gotcha. Chimet goes up in the air. Truly, I don't want to game anything. If we don't have Sponsa in the party, we don't. So be it. We'll figure it out. I think Sponsa's gonna have enough happiness. I don't know. It's tough to say. Oh, look! Hold on. A little play date. How come your Wingle's different? That's fucked up. Oh, ours is a robot? This is proof. We are the imitation Wingle. Wingle, you're the best. Ours is a Wingle robot and his is a Pico. We're simply not built the same. Now, if I was silly, if I was wacky, what we could do... I am silly, that is true. If I felt like acting silly... Okay, I don't feel so bad about that. There are shenanigans available to us here, but I don't want to do that. Who's this? Roxanne? Oh, hello, Pesto? This is Roxanne of Rustboro City. I heard from Brawley that you're moving up through the ranks of trainers at an incredible clip. Well, I'd rather not think that I can't beat you. I promise I'll shape up my gym so that you may challenge us again. I hope you'll be looking forward to that occasion as much as me. Oh boy. That's not till like... Oh, okay. That's not till like post-game, right? Do the gym leaders have rematches before the post-game? Roxanne knows we're coming back to Rustboro. She cannot see us while we're there. I think she wants Sponsa dead. She put out a bounty on him. Yeah, I agree. We're gonna skip them or at least wait until we get like Surf or something. There's not that many of those. It's like Petalburg. I was thinking Dewford. Slateport, technically. We haven't seen Slateport. There might be grass. Yeah, that too. Like, I don't need water types. However, I do want to try Petalburg when we get there. When we get Surf, because I want maybe a Corphish. Allow me to indulge a little. I want the possibility of a Corphish. Nobody has to take it, but... Hey, we're here. Hey, we're here. And we're gonna go from one wheel... to another. Where are we on this one now? What do we think? I'm thinking this one. Actually, no, you know what? This one. Because I think it's topical. Yeah. Alright, oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Click into the window. How come the wheel's not moving? Can I refresh the page, maybe? There we go. Alright, only 3 people signed up. However, it's It's not too late if you're here right now and want to sign up. We are doing our odd numbered chapter gotcha. We have Pixel, Rinslet, and Beck on the board. If you want to also be on this. L-Man? That's crazy. That's wild. Lyle. Well, now he's never gonna join Snack. Now he's never gonna put his name on the wheel, so good job. I did not reach out to K-Man to ask him directly, will you go on the wheel for my game? Because that feels like conflict of interest. However, if anyone else wants to, feel free. But if there are no takers, then I think we're ready to give it a whirl. Also, is this killing the bitrate? I think it did last time. I don't think it is right now, though. Or the frame rate, I should say. So I think we're gonna go. One of these three fine individuals is gonna get a Pokemon here. A totally random pick the Pokemon that picks them. Let's give it a whirl. It's looking like Rinslet. Ooh, just barely. Rinslet. Congratulations on your new Pokemon. Welcome to the club. Pixel and Beck, you are on deck for Chapter 5, unless you find something you want before then. But let's go see what we got. Congratulations. Glass does have goodies. This could be anything, remember. I'm also going to save because I haven't done that. But this has nothing to do with anything. I'm just saving because... We have plenty of Pokeballs. Do you have to catch it? No, you just get it. There's a space in the party. Alright, what are we going to get? If it's a second Wingull, we can go again. Dupe's Claws will apply to this. We have plenty of Wishing Stars. Kondo Shake. This is a good Kondo Shake, I think. Or a Zebra Gamble. Whatever you want. What are we gonna get? Anybody have any guesses? Guess what Pokemon? Yeah, it can't be Arceus. It can be any stage 1. Or any basic, I don't know. Whatever term you choose to use. Got a guess for Zangoose. I'm gonna guess Misdreavus. Slugma, Trapinch, Elekid. Post Gen 3? I think so. Yeah, any guy in the game. No, come on! We got a Wingull and a Zigzagoon? Dupes? Dupes. He's right, actually. I didn't even think of that. No Zigzagoon allowed, it's fine. I'm gonna name you. Ah! We got more. We got more. Zigzagoon? Not in the Soul Matrix. The baby mons. We can just reload and get the stone back. I can also use a cheat code to get 99 of them. So so I don't really mind. All right, Rinslet. Try number 2. Well met. Gooby. This is great. Is Gooby his nickname? Or was that a reaction? Because true either way. This is such a perfect little creature. Gooby, oh! La 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 la. I don't think we can make an oh. Just Gooby like this. Do you want it all caps? Da, 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 da. Go with my heart. All caps Gooby kind of spoke to me. It was so visceral. Gooby! So I'm gonna lock in that. Yeah, we sure do have another water ground type. But that's fine. It's not like we're gonna roll them all on the same go. You have flash? Why do you have flash? What? Cut? Oh, does this have... Oh, this is some quality of life. Okay. This is some of that QOL stuff. Okay, now I'm so curious though. They've added the follower option here, which is already an extra menu item. What happens when I catch like a tentacle or like... like this menu is gonna get longer than what fits. I catch a Paris. Yeah, Tropius. Endgame Zigzagoon. Well, that's fun for us. I'm gonna take him back to the Pokemon Center. I'm gonna look at his nature. Did I see it actually? Did that say gentle? That's new, right? So that's a reveal. We're gonna take you back to the box, put you nice and cozy. We're gonna wrap our Gooby up. We're gonna wrap our Gooby up like he's a bodega sandwich. I'm gonna tuck him in here. I'm gonna give a little intro for gentle. And then we're gonna plop him in the Matrix. That sounds crazy. What was the ability? It's gonna go in the unusable. It could be funny to have misfires. How many could we possibly have though? Over here, gentle. Gentle, I think, is a pretty simple one. I'm not too concerned about it. But let's see if I remember it correctly. I did not remember it correctly. So off the bat, I mean, water gun is looking like your best move forever. Young Master Goob. We'll be fine. Miss Firebox could be funny. Yes, I believe Sizz did submit this one. But the reason I said 60 as the cutoff was for technician. Where over here? Is this the internal one? No, it's not. I have two versions of the doc. This one was submitted by both Anu and Sizz. I think Anu... Sizz said no attacking moves over 70. And Anu said 60. So Anu right on the money. I added in the little technician technicality. Technician is allowed on the crazy chance that we get that. Misfire could be funny. Let's do it. Water Pulse. Water Pulse is perfect. I like that. That's fun. Mud Shot. Mud Bomb, maybe? You want to call it Misfire? Acknowledge you submitted careful. Yeah, I actually forgot to cite some of these. glad that you remember. Snack did submit careful. It was one of the first ideas, I think. This was actually like one of the ones right out of the gate. Careful being... Who got careful? Was that Gdansk? Your Pokemon has careful. That's pretty funny. If you recall, that was the one that's like a pseudo-emergency exit. And then I think I cited everything before that, did I? Did I cite Jolly? Yes, I did. I think I talked about that. I said Idiotness gave us that one. I workshopped it a little. And Docile, I think that was me. Yeah. And I'm almost positive we did all the rest. Oh, Hidden Power, that's fun. You like Misfire, or maybe like Dud. Maybe like You Got the Dud. You got... You got the dud. You got the dud. A little bit of polka dot. No, never mind. A little bit of... You got the dud with a little machine. Yeah, you got the dud. This looks cold and uninviting. Sorry, At. You're adorable, though. And you guys can be good guys for us. Bulldoze? We can check. I don't mind checking. It could be fun to just know, though. To find out. How do we feel about checking the decks? I don't want to do that for Sponsa. But, like, I feel like for anyone else, I don't really care. It could be fun to know what they're gonna get. The surprise is fun, though. The checking is also fun. Alright, Miracun. I thought of a funny one. They get the bill in the mail. They get the electric bill that Natsuno hasn't been paying, and she's like, maybe we shouldn't check. And then Miura goes, but checking can be fun, Natsuno-san. He hits her with the Uno reverse. Where the heck is this Whoop? What the fuck? This is trippy. Is anybody else getting tripped up by this? I am. Alright, what do we have that's available to you, my friend? My friend! You can learn double kick. That's an egg move. Oh, look at the egg moves. So many. So, you will be allowed Mud Shot, Slam, Mud Bomb, Earthquake, Muddy Water, Blizzard, No Dig, these are the TMs. Oh, that's fun. Rock Tomb, viable. Rock Smash, interesting. Pulse, great. We love that. What is this, Teachy TV? Is that a tutor? I'm gonna guess that means tutor. Yeah, these are tutors. Ice Punch, he doesn't have any arms yet. These guys are just in the frontier, though, I think. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh my god, look at that Quagsire, dude. Oh my... Look at that smiling friends Charlie Quagsire. Look at that Quagsire. Look at its flapping boobs. Oh man, I hate that you pointed it out like that. Alright, well this is us. This is us. Now, let me reorient myself here. What do we got going on? You are Jolly. That's going to come into play here. Panay is vying for attention here. Look at her. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, Panay. Moss Deep Dynamic Punch. Oh, okay. They are out and about. We got Gdansk. He's very careful. We got Wingolm, who's timid. And Panay and Wingolm get along, I think. Alright, is that everything? Is that all this crazy overhead before we start? I think it is. I think that's everything. Oh, we gotta put Gooby on the Matrix. On Hayes, Water Pulse, Mud Shot. That is interesting. That could be fun. Back over to here. Gotcha, chapter 2. I'm gonna have to start a little bit of this. Okay, we got our gentle Gooby. Is that an insert? Yeah. Where am I? Oh, we got this. It's this. DM came in and got distracted. Did he respond? I'll put him on for the next one. If he did. On chapter 5. Hey, look. Look at us. Fills the screen at this point. Now, Black 2 may look way behind. And that's because it is. But it is about to catch up. We're getting these 3 guys next week. Which is huge. Which is huge. Boop. And it's only going to get more behind because we have stuff to do. La 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 la. Can I get your number? That's my boy, Rich Boy Winston. My favorite rich boy. Guys, welcome to the stream. How is everybody's Tuesday? Now that we have a moment to ourselves. Raise your hand if you were affected by the big blizzard. Dox yourself. I can tell you that I was. And by affected, I mean that I have worked from home 2 days in a row. Something that has like never happened. We were closed for 2 days. That has never happened. We rarely close for one. But I am back in the office tomorrow. And that's fine. How can I complain? I can complain that the roads are gonna suck. And I'm not looking forward to walking. I'm probably gonna have to leave really early. Just to give myself time. But I mean, other than that, it really could have been worse. It was really sunny today, so it's already started like softening and melting a little. So that's huge. But the annoying thing is that it wasn't just a snowstorm. It was like a blizzard. It was very windy, so the snow got thrown everywhere. So everything's a mess. Oh. Whoa! We didn't lose power or anything. Well, we did for like 10 minutes while I was asleep in the middle of the night. But, you know, other than that, we didn't lose power. Hold on, this is a good thumbnail. Oh, well, hold on. Is it going to work like that? Ah, dang it. Stay. Oh, well. Huge. This is very important. I gotta sneeze first. I'm back. Huge. Seashore House? May hot battles rage on hot sands, the place for hot trainers. Massive. First of all, we gotta go straight here, in my opinion. Because Hotarumfi is jolly, and a jolly Pokemon needs to be holding a drink, and because now we have the option to get a drink, I have to prioritize that. Huge number 2. Yo, trainers, whether you're hot to trot or cool cat not, chill at my papa's spot. One of my favorite lines of dialogue in Pokemon ever. Love that. It's so whimsical. Whether you're hot to trot or cool cat not, chill at my papa's spot. I think Panay will be fine to fight here. Look at us. Look at us. Oh, we got a Kurt! I'm Kurt from Kurt House. Boring battles aren't worth the effort. Fiery hot battles are what toughen up trainers and Pokemon. Yeah, Hotarumfi is a cool cat. Oh, look at this background. Cubone? Oh. This is fine because there's only one boy. We agreed on this, right? She just can't attack him. No, this Kurt's fine. The toxicity of Kurt House, where they grow Kurts. Other than that, I was saying earlier that I beat Bloodborne finally, which is huge. That is my second Souls-like that I've played. My second Soulsborne, the first being Elden Ring, which is kind of funny. And the experience of Elden Ring definitely helped going through Bloodborne. I was not... I didn't feel... I don't know, I felt kind of like... How would I put this? I felt like the base game was lacking from what I expected in terms of challenge. I thought getting around was a lot harder than the actual bosses. But the Chalice dungeons more than made up for that, I think. That's hot. The Chalice dungeons are where I got my fill of like difficult boss battles. And I think the actual level design in Bloodborne was like pretty solid for the most part. And I got a lot of my challenge out of that. So I would say I'm satisfied with it. Very cool aesthetic. Super fun weapon system, I think. I think the trick weapons are really cool. I don't think they're all created equal. Unfortunately. Some are just like, yeah, dude. But I think it's a really cool idea, and I just like a really creative weapon. Oh, look at this creature. And I think the, like, trick hand in one hand and, like, a gun or other, like, tool in the left hand, I think that's a really fun and diverse system. Why are we still in Sea Glass? So we do a snake system for the chapter progression. So we went from 1 in Emeralds to 1 in Black 2 to 2 in Black 2 to 2 in Emeralds, and from 2 in Emeralds to 3 in Emerald. If I could draw it out, I would. Pretty much. We do a snake progression. So we ping-pong back and forth. So when we go back to Black 2, we're going to do Chapter 3 of that, and then we're going to go right into Chapter 4. I think the combat in Bloodborne is also very fun and kind of like... I think I gelled with it really well. If you don't know, it's a lot more aggressive than, for example, like Dark Souls. It encourages aggression, which I think is really cool thematically, on top of just like, you know, it being a fun way to play. But it really plays into like the hunter kind of feel, that you're usually the aggressor, and if you hesitate, that is what kills you. So I think that's fun. I mean, there are a lot of bosses that I think still encourage you to play defensively. Maybe not encourage, but like you're better off playing defensively. But for the most part, I think it's a really cool design choice, and I have a lot of fun playing that way. And I think that's why I had kind of like a more easy time with the story bosses. I like kind of just discarded any fear or respect. And I think that was just crucial to my strategy a lot. Just getting in there and be willing to like throw away an attempt. I think it makes it a lot more fun to just get your hands dirty. My critiques of it, though, I think the progression in the game, if I wasn't playing with friends and had people to ask, like, hey, where do I go next? I would have been using a guide like crazy, I think. Maybe not like crazy. But there were times where, like, the progression was really cryptic. I'm trying to think, like, early on, I'm trying to think, I did the Cathedral Ward, and then I went to I went to Hemwick, and I thought that was progression, and it wasn't. And then I think I didn't know where to go to progress. Came in, said I can add him. Okay, I'll add him for next time. Hell yeah. So I thought that was a little weird. Just like any Soulsborne game, the plot isn't like perfectly clear. And I'm okay with that because I like doing like the deep dive later on. I think it's fun and rewarding with those games. But there were a couple times where I was like, oh yeah? It just feels like it leaps in logic a lot with the progression of the plot. And I don't even know that there's like a lot there. There is a lot to the lore, for sure. I don't know that there's a lot to the plot, like what transpires in the game. I thought there'd be a little more. It feels a little simplistic. But I still think overall it delivers a really fun experience, and like I was saying, I'd give it like an 8 or a 9 still. Why anything is happening is left super vague, for sure. So close to being done with the bones of the island? Hell yeah. Will's been putting in work in Animal Crossing. I think the DLC had the most followable of a plot, I think. I think I was far more interested in what was going on in there. So that's cool. I would give the DLC a big thumbs up in that sense. But even that, like, you gotta do a little research, or you have to understand what's going on in the base game to get it. But, cool game. What am I gonna play next? Well, as far as, like, other Soulsborne games, I think next I want to do Sekiro. I don't know when I'll be doing that, though. But next game at all, I think I'm going to start Hollow Knight. I want to play that. I'm thirsty. I could go for a soda pop at the Seashore House. I have tried Sekiro before. Much like Bloodborne, I started the game before and didn't get very far. I think I got further into Sekiro than I did into Bloodborne. On my, first attempt at it, but I didn't get very far in either. And now I feel like I'm ready to tackle that game. I'm probably not going to play any of the Souls games anytime soon because I've watched Snack play them and I've watched Sizz play one as well, and I've just watched a lot of those to not feel like in a rush to play them myself at the moment, but maybe someday. I'm chilling, hell yeah. I love to hear that. Yeah, I mean, the aesthetic is fun. I'm just excited to play it sometime. I always thought it looked cool. And when I found it just super hard, I was like, whoa. Demon Souls, I have thought about as well. Ooh, are we fine here? How does Timid work? Wingolm's not allowed in battle, right? I gotta get her out of here. I'm fairly positive. Where's my stuff? Timid, not allowed to take the lead. You gotta get out of there, girl. Let's bring Gdansk in. She doesn't even go here. Intimidate is huge. Great to have an Intimidate user. And Gdansk. Welcome to your debut, buddy. Welcome to the team. He's on the beach. Gdansk 2 on the beach. He has a whole bunch of moves. I did grind, as you can see. Everybody in reserves, I got up to the level cap of the last chapter so that we would be ready to jump in if we rolled them. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep that up, but it seemed feasible here. He got reversal, he got flame wheel. I got rid of roar, and I got rid of... Was it growl? It's probably growl. I kept Odor Sleuth, because I thought it would be fun for a careful. That was really my only logic. Continued payoff. Hell yeah. Oh, another thing about Bloodborne that I was a little bummed by. I didn't find... I mean, again, this is also tied to how well I engaged with the quest lines, which was not very well. I did poorly on many of them. But I engaged with a couple of them pretty well. I wasn't like that crazy about like most of the characters. I thought I'd walk away with more like, yo, that guy, rah. There were a couple that I thought were cool, but there's not a lot of characters to begin with. So, I don't know. We deliver the summons? Yes, I did, sis. I guess you weren't there that night? Maybe? Yeah. I had fun with that part. I Vati walked at that part. I Vati walked into the room. That was not a tuber sprite. Oh, I'm gonna have to look again. I Vati Vidya walked into the room. Did I go back to where I originally met him? No, I didn't do that. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Is it just like his stuff? And maybe like a ruin? That guy sucks, but I was kind of glad I let that plotline play out like that. Because it felt raw for my guy to like get revenge. I Vati walked in the room and walked past him and up to the throne. You know when Luffy walks past Kaido? At that one part, that's what I did. I walked past him and up to the throne, and then I turned around and I got him. Oh, I think I got that rune. I think he drops it in there, if you kill him. Yes, I think Juro was my favorite one. Eileen, unfortunately, like, totally fumbled her quest line. She died fighting, what's his name, Hendrik. I did not save her. Which is too bad, because she seemed cool. I did read up on her a little. I read up on her and Juro's lore. I'm getting out of here. Are you a girl? No. Yeah, she died in that fight. I didn't act fast enough to save her because I didn't know what was going on. I saw two hunters fighting and I was like, who is that? Is that lady? Oh, shoot. I gotta get you out of here. No, Wingolm can switch in. No, we're fine. Never mind. I thought I broke the rules. She just can't lead. Can't lead and has to switch if stats get lowered. Some of these I'm going to have to really think about sometimes. It's easy to autopilot though. Wasn't a tuber. I fucking didn't look again. Can I register you? After I showed you my round inner tube too. Where are you? You're under the umbrella. Let's dance, play on the beach. Who's this? It's Jerry. Who's Jerry? Who's Jerry? Roxanne shoot me out in class today. But I don't dislike her or anything. Roxanne tells me exactly what I did wrong so I can learn from it. You bet I'll be going to the trainer's school tomorrow. See you later. Who was that? Thanks for standing guard, Gdansk. How careful of you. Dirty water becomes rain and joins our rivers which we drink from. If we pollute the sea, it all comes back to haunt us eventually. This game has pro-environmental messaging all over. We could use that today. This game's all about the sea level. This game's all about global warming. It was ahead of its time. Pokemon woke version. Let's see if this tuber is a tuber. That's not a tuber. That's a Lola. Not a Lola. That is a Lola. Yeah, I don't know. What else? You guys following the news about, are you in the loop on the news about Evo? I could talk about that. That's a hot topic in the gamer sphere. I don't think anybody has touched upon, unless Combe maybe talked about it yesterday. A bit of a hot topic. Evo. I don't know the exact timeline on this because I'm not following it super closely. But you may be familiar with the perhaps previously prestigious fighting game tournament Evo. Typically run once a year. At least here. There's also an Evo Japan. But you know, it's run once a year. Typically a prestigious event in the summer. Where, you know, all kinds of fighting games have their big tournament in Vegas. A couple years back, the guy in charge was no longer in charge. What's his name? Mr. Wizard? That's old news. I forget who bought it. Wasn't it actually Pokémon? Didn't Pokémon buy Evo? I don't know. That's not the current story anyway. The current story is that Evo has come under new ownership once again. PlayStation owned it? That's crazy. She was definitely a stakeholder, I know that. Mommy! As of this year, Evo... Naff, you robbed me of my reveal! The Saudi royal family now owns Evo. And they are planning to run Evo like sponsored tournaments. Like, I think once a month. Or something crazy like that. Which, if that already sounds crazy on the surface, it's because it is. But on top of that, what you like need to understand about what's so catastrophic about this is that essentially they are trying to have a monopoly on the fighting game scene. Not because it's lucrative or anything, because there's no money in fighting games. But mostly because of everything that comes out of that. It's a way to get, like, you know, in the door, so to speak. And also just profit in ways, in other ways, to build off of that. Yeah, essentially they want to become a parasite. And it's all, yeah, it's another, like, it's like a goodwill push. It's like a smoke screen of sorts. That I'm hoping, you know, nobody buys into. But this is also just going to absolutely crush any sort of, I mean, like, you know, ideally it doesn't, but it's going to have a very heavy negative effect on pretty much every other event. Because now, with an Evo, big money, like insane funding behind it event running every month, you have to, all of your events year round have to compete with this now. There's a competitor on the scene now that is going to crush everything else in a scene that is like primarily grassroots, and it sucks and it's lame and it's corporate and it's gross. And I hope something gets done about it. A lot of people are boycotting it, which is cool. A lot of big names in the scene are like, no. And hopefully they use their platforms, or hopefully their pull in the scene has some sort of effect on this, because it's pretty dire sounding. Like many other things. But that's the lame thing that's going on at the moment there. The entirety of the FGC has been bought, essentially. So that's cool. I don't know when that starts, or when the first event is. Is it just going to be like regular Evo? I don't know. I can say that I'm not interested, so. But I think it's probably sometime this summer. Does that include Evo Japan too? I've never been quite sure how Evo Japan has worked from a like business standpoint. I would think it's probably under the same ownership, but maybe not. That I can't really confirm. I've only even really found out about it because I'm not like super active in any fighting game scene anymore. I'm just kind of like intrinsically tied to it because, you know, I've made a lot of friends through it and still have friends in it. So I still follow a lot of like content creators and stuff. So I have my finger on the pulse of it, so to speak, but I'm not like super well informed about it. But that's what I found out today about it. Big bummer though. Speaking of big bummers, let's go do something that's not that and take our first step into Bangerville. I love this song so much. I can't even like tell you. I can't even tell you how much I love Slateport City. Snack said he lives here or something. He said Banjo is in the city. That's why they had Banjo in the title card. So they had a Jiggy. What is this? It's because Rustboro was Boston or something. The light of the lighthouse, but there is no lighthouse anymore. There's statues of Jesus? What is this? This is not a lighthouse. And that is not a Pokeball. Oh, it is? Okay. Oh! They got boats. Slateport Jesus. The double Jesus. This is the soul shift. That's what this statue represents. That's pesto and paprika, but it's symbolism. It's symbolism, and they'd overanalyze this for years. They'd be like, oh my god, What does Sis call himself? Sis Namura Oda or whatever, right? They call me Zebra Uchikoshi Gege. Just truly awful. Truly vile. That's what they call me, and they say, man, the symbolism on this one, that was fire, dude. Zebra Matsushita, he's not an anything. He's not one of those. He doesn't do that thing. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'll be taking one of those. Whenever I visit here, I get carried away and buy too much. If Eevee's in this town somewhere, oh my god. Oh. Sorry, I don't know if that money will be useful for us later, but... Oh, they got Kurt here. I gave him a firestone. Well... I do want to check something. I'm not going to evolve him immediately. Oh. However, do we want to evolve him soon? I'd like to give him a little time as a Growlithe. What does he get here? That's a fairy type move? Huh. Close combat, that's huge. In a playthrough I did of White 2, I think it was my was it my first playthrough of it? I think it was my second playthrough of it. I traded in a Growlithe. Specifically because I wanted it to have an egg move, and I traded in a Growlithe with close combat. And I think Flare Blitz just cuz. I specifically remember doing that. Yeah. Now that we just have a Firestone, like how long do we want to keep him Growlithe? Eventually I will make the executive decision, but like, if you want to evolve him sooner rather than later, that's up to you. Who is this? The seaweed you can get around these parts is fresh and full of life. Shopping where you can breathe the scent of the ocean. Slateport's such a wonderful place. You're in my way, miss. Ma'am? You know, the TM Secret Power, the TM Secret Power, the TM Secret Power. I was thinking about Marshall King today. And how it's gone. Oh, Berry Crush! What is Berry Crush? Did you know that? Do you know? Do you know? Oh, Powder Jar, okay. Huh. Do you know, could you make berry powder for me using those machines? I can do whatever you want, lady. Look at these rocks. Yeah, well, Marshall King is on hiatus. It's not actually, like, over, but... Where the water's clean, the fruits of bountiful harvest gather. But it's indefinite. Oh, Miwa. Oh, Wally's Miwa mom. Want to play with Growlithe for a bit? Yeah, I'm going to keep him Growlithe for at least, like, a chapter no matter what. But we'll play it by ear otherwise. Gdansk is smelling the scents of the surrounding air. Cern, the fellow who built the museum, also happens to be the leader of an undersea exploration team. You should watch this huge lore video about him. Night-night. Thanks for hanging. Did you see what, yeah, you said it comes late, right? So we'll see. Pokemon enjoy having items used on them. Actually, we just looked. What did it say? Don't we think we could grind the game corner? Oh. Yeah. We could do that. Because otherwise he doesn't get it till 34. Lipping off with a swagger in my step? That took the swagger out of my step. This guy a tutor? No. Evolve him when Panay evolves. Oh, okay. Okay, it's named Gdansk. Can I ask you a favor? Never do that again. A few questions about Gdansk? Yeah, alright. What was it about Growlithe that attracted you? Well, I've been put on the spot now. I don't know, Snack, what attracted you to Growlithe? This is an interview for you. We're almost done for the night, by the way. I just wanted a quick look at the city, see if there's any grass here. Cuta. They might have cute. If there's no grass, we'll just, maybe we'll call it. They got cute, cuteness, cute charm, raw childhood memories. Blue box. They got child's play. They got chat. I'm gonna say chat. Chat is why I picked Growlithe. Okay, that makes sense. The next question might be a little on the tough side. Here goes. What do Pokemon mean to you? Oh, okay, that's easy. That's an easy one. I'm gonna give that an O. I see. Okay, thanks for helping me out. It was fun and enlightening chatting with you. It's possible that our interview will end up on TV. Tune in and check. Okay, that's all. Bye-bye. You keep letting a Pokemon faint in battle, it'll come to resent it. Soon it'll become less trusting of the trainer, like your sponsor. No. Yes. No. He needs to evolve. In other words, it certainly won't like you very much. No, sponsor loves me. Oh, and a skitty saying effing yeah. I agree. Effing yeah. The F is for Fuka. And there's a Miwa and a skitty. Please come show me. No. Look at my Panay, and my Panay loves me. Uh-oh. Oh, good! Oh, Skitty, can you simple domain? That's cute. That's great, man. I like that. I'm the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Being the chairman, I'm naturally the most important. No one can best me when it comes to raising Pokemon. No one. Let me tell you about contests. You can't play them yet. You simply can't. They're held in far-off towns for some reason. A weird change in this remake. That's why we gather here to show off our Pokemon and have others show us theirs. Isn't that a weird change? They replaced contests with these stupid... A Name Raider house. Oh, huge. Wait, who's here now, though? The Name Raider again. Okay. There's 2 Name Raiders in this game now. Roar! I'm going to compete in the battle tent too. Wouldn't it be nice if they had more of a selection? I agree. Oh, is this like a mini Battle Factory one? Battle swap. Gonna get an encounter? Mayhaps. That's all I'm even like waiting for, really. I talked to this last guy. So like, I couldn't find myself any Pokemon that were like for me, so I figured like, hey, I should file a complaint to the guy there. He wouldn't hear me out, like, hey. So like, total bummer, man. Hey, like, you Zippy, you know? Just, you know, take this. What move could this be? That's like TM41, you know? Hey, it's Torment, you hearing me? Like, it won't let the other guy use the same move twice in a row, see? Hey, now, you listen here. Like, I'm not laying a Torment on you. That's crazy. How much time you have? Probably soonish, I would think. If there was grass, I figured it would have been there. I guess we could go to Route 110. I didn't think of that. It's not blocked off, is it? No, I don't think... It's blocked off, like, going further up. But you can hit the grass, right? Yeah, let's do that. Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, that's right! Hit the grass, baby. Baby. Cuta. Wanda. Little. Duba. Yeah, pretty run-of-the-mill for here. Not too shocking or anything. Well, maybe a little shocking, but you know. Actually, I think I used a Minun once, or a Plusle. I don't remember which. A pretty standard fair Pokemon around here. Pretty run at the bill. Maybe it'll have Volt Absorb. I doubt it. Woohoo! Anybody? Any takers? Any Minuners in chat? At a meeting of Pokemon academics, it was announced that simultaneous exposure to electricity from a Plusle and Minun will promote circulation and boost vitality. Wow. So glad that wasn't just a little different. Oh, come on, look at him! Oh, look at that creature! It's so cute! Nobody wants this? Come on! Come on! Increased vitality? Come on, it's basically walking snake oil. Look at it. Look at it. Nobody wants this? Sis. I see you. Pixel? I see you eyeing this. Think it's Scrappy Doo. Scrap Agoo. How about that? Scrap Agoo. Agoo. Those were the days. Oh, from the side he looks pretty normal. What the heck? Oh, this smacks of well, I guess their overworld sprites aren't quite the same, are they? No, they're not. Never mind. So engineered to be cute that it's kind of not. Interesting, interesting. Ability check? Yeah, let me take it to the PC. Minus. Oh, switcheroo. Alright, where was that now? Route 110. I officially gotta start doing this. Route 110. That was calm, I believe. Scrap agoo. And that is going to be... I wish I could, like, not capture this little screen, because this ruins everything. But it's okay, it's not a huge deal. Where are you, Scrapagoo? Boom. This is all correct. Yes. Browse me. Alright, it's never too late for these guys, remember? Well, it is for you guys. It is for these two. It's too late for these guys. But it's never too late for these guys. Until it is. If you find someone cool and black too, maybe you'll jump on it. Until it is. That's fucked up. It's never too late for anyone until it is. It's never too late until it is, Mirakun. And he's showing her the bills again. I trade Pokemon with my friends. If a traded Pokemon's holding an item, it makes me twice as happy. Up and coming Pokemon trainer, I'm working on a cool new tool for trainers like you. Come back to me after you've beaten the Mauville City Gym. Somebody write this guy down, please. Somebody write that down. Slateport Pokemon Center after Mauville. Let's see what could have been. That's a good point. Let's see what could have been. But then we're going to wrap it. First of all, what do we got here? Pikachu. Cool. Feel like that would have been a hook, line, and sinker on one person. That's too bad. I would have really liked that. I would have loved another Spud. Electrike, that's standard fare. Everyone's favorite game. What could have been? Oh, would you? Yeah, dude. I love Spuds. Contrary to what some may think, I love tradition and I love all our little Spuds that we've had, and I remember them all very well, much more than many of the other Pokemon we've had. Was that a Mareep? That's okay, we already have one of those. On the other side. Voltorb? Okay, it's Electric City out here. You love some more than others. That's crazy. Yeah, this is an iconic gulp spot. Who is this? Jerry, stop calling. Jerry, I saw this Pichu a while back. Jerry, that's the second call tonight. I don't know who you are even. Who's Jerry? Oh, Rattata. Oh, Rattata. Good dodge, good dodge. Mickey Rat. There's a big Rattata coming up in Black 2. There's a Rattata knife. There's Pikachu. But it's not guaranteed. It's 50-50. Is it 50-50 even? It's like not even that. It's like likely to be a Rattata. Ooh, I'm gonna say it now in case I forget to say it next week. It's Pokemon on the left. Okay? Just remember that I said this. Pokemon on the left. Zubat is outlawed, yeah. Pokemon on the left. If you don't know, you should. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it'll make sense. And what, Sizz on the right? Oh, Fire Fang. I gave him Fire Fang. Yeah, we can do that. That's just better. I think we've seen a pretty good swath of what's available. Gdansk is Irish. That's cute. Little border collie. This Rattata looks hilarious. This was very droll. There's more. One of these is a Mareep. There could be Gulp and an Oddish still, so that leaves 2. Let's do a quickie. Actually, I'm not going to fight the rest. I don't want to get over-leveled. Ooh, Gulp! And you can pet him? You can. Oh, look at this. This Plusle's so bright. I love the colors in this game. I like these guys. I think they were a cool idea to showcase double battles. I think they're cute. I know they were the first Pika clones, so it wasn't cheating yet. And honestly, I like the first couple of Pika clones. I really like Pachirisu. I'm not the biggest Emolga guy, but I don't hate him. Ekans. After that, they kind of lose me a little. Who wasn't in 6? Who was the Pika clone at 6? Dedenne, right? I like Dedenne. Is he Poison Dark? Oh, that's pretty raw. That's a big miss then. Morpeko I don't like at all. Palmy I don't like at all. Was that a Sandshrew? Or a Nidoran? Mareep. Togedemaru I'm pretty fine with. Like somewhere in the middle on that one. Alright, I think we saw like everything here, kinda. The last one was Nidoran, I think? Or maybe Sandshrew? I couldn't tell. Isaac! What's the question? We were just talking about like the Pika clones.
I like Palmy line 3.
Not best, just the ones we like. But I guess it's technically ends up being which one is the best. Just going down the line and saying which ones I like and don't like. Look at these two. Hi Zach, thank you so much. 62. 62. Does Mimikyu count? I'm gonna say no, but I love Mimikyu. Mimikyu is not a Pika clone. I don't like the Pommy line at all, actually. I don't like any of them, but I especially don't like that there are 3 of them. There doesn't need to be a middle form on that one. I got a hilarious Kako line. And Kako's a little Pommy. I like Pachirisu a lot. Yeah, Pommy could have been a 2-stage. Or, you know, next year? Hell yeah. No, I couldn't tell you. In my head, I see 2 of them. I don't even see what the 3rd one is. I see the 1st stage and the last stage. Okay, I don't see what this... Oh, come on! What? You were here? Oh! Well, you're rare. That's fine. I just used one of you. Oh, you would have been fun in this, though. I bet you were Grass Fairy. Well, now we know. And knowing is half the battle. Just grass now, but I bet it becomes Grass Fairy. Well, cool. Fun, fun, fun. Good knowledge. Next time, oh, I hate this. I do hate, what I hate about these is how much distance is between me and the wall here. I don't like these tiles. Slightport City, I love it. I love it muchly. I'm excited to explore it a little more next week. Do a little bit of checking out the museum, checking out other shops, I guess. We checked out most of it already. This will be a quick one next week, I think. We're gonna get back into Black 2. And we're gonna beat Mayonessa. And it's gonna be great. I think we're gonna have an easy time with that battle, actually. Gdansk will be huge. Actually, no, that battle's gonna be pretty easy, I think. I guess we'll see, though. He respects the water's edge. Great session today, though. Great brawly fight. So far, gym battles have been pretty great, except for, I would say, Roxy, who was pretty easy. But I hope that trend continues, because it's fun. It's fun to have a little challenge. Other than that, that's it for me. I'll be back next week. I'll be back Friday. I'll be back. And that's it. Alright. Alright. Guys, have a good week. Bye.